Okay, this is the first video that's going to go along with our first lesson, which is solving linear equations. So to get going on solving the linear equations, we are going to start with looking at verbal expressions. And so this video is going to cover examples 1 and 2, all right, that are on your packet. So example 1 is moving from verbal to algebraic equations. All right. So what that means is you're looking at words, you're interpreting what the words mean, and then you're putting them in algebraic symbols, right? So that they make sense. And this actually, to be fair, these aren't equations; these are expressions. But I think you'll get the kind of the idea of what's going on as we go here. So the first one, it says 2 more than 4 times the cube of a number. So what we want to find is the context cues that translate to, symbols. So obviously we know we have 2 because it's listed. It says more than. Well, think about what more than is. If you have 2 more cookies than me, it means if I have 4 cookies, you have 6. So think about what operation did you do? You added. So it's going to be 2 plus something. And then 4 times the cube of a number, right? So we got to unpack that. So the first thing is this 4 times. Well, 4 times means we're going to be multiplying something times 4. So I don't know what yet, so I'm just going to go 4 times, and I'm going to use parentheses because that's one of the symbols we try to use for multiplying. We use parentheses and dots or just putting things right next to each other if it's a number and a variable. So you have 4 times the cube of a number. Well, cube of a number, right? Cube means to the 3rd power, right? That's what cube means. It means you raise it to the 3rd power, so it's an exponent, right? And then a number is that's your variable, right? And so you can pick anything you want. I'm going to use x. So it's 4 times the cube of a number. So it's the number cubed. So it's x to the 3rd power, right? And so now that I've written this, it's kind of like, all right, let's clean this up, make it look nice. So let's put this whole thing together. We don't need parentheses, right? We just put those in case. So we're going to write that term first. And the reason we're writing that term first is because it has a higher exponent than this. And you always start with your highest exponents and get down the ladder, right? So 4x cubed plus 2. And then that gives you your work for that, right? Now the next one says the quotient of 5 less than a number and 12. So the first thing is the quotient. So quotient means, hey man, this is a division problem. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to put a division bar, all right? And it says so they're going to tell us our 2 things. They say 5 less than a number and 12. So this and is basically telling you where your bar is, right? So 5 less than a number, so this part right here is going to be our numerator, and then this part right here is going to be our denominator, all right? So put 12 down there, that's easy, right? And then 5 less than a number. Now be careful with these. When you read subtraction, you have to, I would say, do a specific case with what they're saying. So if they say 5 less than a number, say, well, what is 5 less than 12, right? And most of you can answer that in your head and go, oh, that's going to be 7, right? Now ask yourself, what did I do? Well, what I did is I did 12 minus 5, which means that this is going to be reversed. We're not going to go 5 minus x. We're actually going to go, no. We are going to go x minus 5, right? And then that is that. All right, you can stop the video, try these 2, and then when you come back, we will revisit that. All right, I'm assuming you tried this. So the first one says the cube of a number increased by 4 times the same number. So the cube of a number, so that's just, a number is my x, right? So we're going to go x cubed increased by, means you're adding something to this, and then 4 times the same number. Well, the same number is still x, and then 4 times means you're multiplying by something, so you're multiplying by this. So let's put that together and make it look normal. So we would just write 4x. Remember, when you have a number multiplying by a variable, you don't need to have anything between it. You can just stick them together and they look good. 3 times the difference of a number and 8. So we are multiplying 3 not times a number. We're multiplying it times the difference. All right, so you have to ask yourself, what is difference? Well, difference is the result of a subtraction problem, right? Result of a subtraction problem, right? So if we're multiplying this by the result, and we don't know what that result is because it involves a variable and a number, then what do you use? You use parentheses. So the difference of a number and 8 is going to be written as x minus 8, right? Difference is, subtraction. A number is your x, and 8 is 8. So x minus 8. And then we're going to multiply that result times 3. So we're going to put our 3 right here, and then that gives you your answer for that one. All right. I lied. I'm going to stop the video right here, and then we will pick it up on the next example. So we'll see you there.